I know that's irritating already, baby. Soup. That's right, baby. We're making kitty cat soup today. Let's get it.
Crock-grilling with caramel, baby. Let's get it.
Welcome to the third show. Oh, God. The third show. Yeah. So today, guys, we are doing something that I look forward to doing, man. As a kid, when I was 12 years old, man, because I've been fishing since I was 12. And the main thing, man, probably 90 to 95% of my entire fishing career, I've been fishing for catfish, man. So today is one of those meow meow meow. Today is one of those recipes, man, where I got to get out there, man, and give you one of my meow 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 recipes, man. Hey, appreciate it, man. So today we are doing meow 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 kitty cat soup, baby. Actually, it's kitty cat soup, man. And this is something that I created as somebody who loves catfish, man. I come together and I make different recipes. I try to make different stuff with catfish because catfish is so delicious, man. A lot of people won't eat catfish. Believe it or not, a lot of people won't eat catfish because they're quote-unquote bottom feeders. Hey, I've been a bottom feeder all my goddamn life, man. I'm still eating. Hey, put two and two together, man. Tell me what you think that is. So, the ingredients to this recipe, man, is really not that difficult. It's just a bunch of dehydrated stuff, some simple spices that goes into this guy. Like I said, the main ingredient is the catfish, and how you prepare the catfish makes this recipe very, very special, man. If you don't prepare it right, it won't come out right. If you prepare it right, meow, 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 it'll come out just right. Hey, so, hey, without further ado, man, hey, hold up, man. Before we go any further, man, I need to give a shout out. I'm going to show y'all something. Y'all see the apron, man? Y'all check out the apron, man. Look at it. Yeah, y'all like that, don't you, man? Now, I'm an engineer. I'm creative, but I ain't creative. Y'all heard me say creative. My boy, Old and Tatted, a.k.a. O&T. What up, Old and Tatted? My boy is creative. That's right. What y'all see in front of y'all, man, is a Old and Tatted original right here, man. This is what my boy Old and Tatted made for me. I shout out to him. I said, yo, O&T, I'm about to have a cooking show. I need some special gear for this cooking show. Do your work, man. And I basically just told him the favorite color it needs to be. Obviously, y'all know what it is already. And he did the rest, man. So shout out to my boy Old and Tad. Everybody, let's give Old and Tad some applause, man. O&T, baby, we love you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All of you. Much appreciated. Come on, man. Y'all give it up for Old and Tad, man. Y'all stand up for my boy Old and Tad, man. Old and Tad, man. Let's stand up for him, man. That's what it is. O&T, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, so let's not further ado, man. Let's go ahead and get into the recipe, man. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all try it out. Hey, makes a great fall-winter meal, man. Hey, without further ado, crock-grilling with caramel, baby. Let's get it.
Alrighty, guys. Like I said, today we are making some meow, 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 meow soup, baby. Kitty cat soup. Now, some of you may be wondering, what the hell is kitty cat soup? What you got in front of you, baby, are catfish chunks. That's right. From fresh catfish from Lake Eufaula. And we are going to be making some kitty cat soup today. So let me tell you what's involved here. So basically what you want is anywhere from about 6 to 8 sliced chunks, which is what I have here. And I'll explain what sliced chunks are later. Or catfish fillet steaks, if you like to fillet your catfish. Basically what catfish chunks are basically the catfish skinned and cut into chunks. He's not filleted, so there's still the bone in there, and there's probably still a little bit of the fins on there. That's just the way I like it, baby. That's what I call catfish chunks. It all comes out in the end great for you. So now, the next thing that you want, got your catfish chunks here, is you want the Great Obey seasoning, baby. Just love this stuff, man. Always use it for seafood. What we got here is 3 cubes of fish stock cubes. Now, I've not been able to buy these in the stores here in Oklahoma, so I had to actually order these off the line. So if you can go online, just put in fish stock cubes. You should be able to purchase these guys online and get them to cook with there. 3 of those. You're gonna have some garlic salt, chili powder, of course, the lemon pepper. Oh, look at that. Curry. And some oregano. And that's it, guys. That's the ingredients for the kitty cat soup. So, and that is what it's called, kitty cat soup. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our fish here and we're going to go ahead and put it on a plate and pat them dry. We want them dry as possible so that we'll be able to put the seasoning on them. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Alrighty guys, so we got our catfish pieces here on a plate, a paper towel, and as you can see, they are chunks. They're not filleted, they are chunks. You're just going to take a paper towel, and basically what you want to do is you just want to pat these dry, okay? You want to get them as dry as possible so that you can be able to put your seasoning on it without it creating like a liquid inside the bag when it marinates, okay? So sometimes I just like to pick it up and just kind of do it that way. Just kind of pick it up there and kind of pat it dry. Alright, now I'm going to do this with the rest of my my catfish, and then we'll get to seasoning for this guy. Okay, so what we got now is we got our patted dry catfish. As you can see, the catfish still, some of it has fins on it. And there's a reason for that, because honestly I believe that when you put this in the soup, it actually gives flavor to the soup. So we've got our catfish patted dry, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start seasoning. So we're going to take some of our catfish here, and we're just going to place it on this plate here. Little Acers is over there. He kind of smells it, so I'm sure he's going to want some of this, but he ain't getting none of this stuff. And remember, guys, when you're patting this catfish dry, you want to get in between, especially if you're using these sliced chunks, you want to get in between here too on the meat. Make sure you get all that moisture in there, okay? Okay, so now that we got what we're going to put on here, obviously going to do a second batch here. But this is the first batch right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start seasoning each side individually, okay? So we're going to start with Little Obey. And there is no real measurements for this, guys. You just want to just season it down. That's all I can tell you, guys. Is just season it down. And you want to try to season it on all sides. So I am pretty sparingly, I'm open to, sometimes you have to close and open the Obey just to clear the holes up. But I like to heavy season on certain things. So there's our Obey on one side. This is our chili powder. Let's put our chili powder on this guy here. It's our lemon pepper. And this will make a very large pot of catfish, guys. I may not be able to use all of this catfish in the stew. I may have to make 2 stews. And this is our garlic salt. You don't want to be too heavy with the garlic salt. Our oregano. And finally, our curry. Now, with the curry, it's an open top. So what I like to do is just put a little bit in my hand and just take it and just kind of sprinkle it over the catfish. You don't want an overpowering curry taste. And then what I like to do, guys, I just take my fingers and I just go in and I start pressing down the seasoning onto the fish. Okay? Pick up all that good seasoning there. And then what I'm going to do is basically we'll take the fish and we'll flip them. Okay? We'll flip them to the other side. And we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm going to do that with the other side of the catfish here. And then I'll also do it with my catfish that I have over here. And then we'll get to the next step over here. So let me go ahead and take care of that, guys. Alrighty, guys. So we got all of our catfish seasoned. And basically what you're going to do at this point is you're going to take it and put it in a Ziploc bag. And you're going to basically seal it so that most of the air is out of it there. Just kind of squeeze it down. Ziploc it up. And then you're going to take this and stick this in the refrigerator for anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. The longer the better, because the seasonings will get into the meat and they will sit tight with the meat. So basically what you want to do is let this season for at a minimum 24, maximum 48. I would go with 48 because, like I said, it just adds to the more flavor to it. So let's go ahead and throw these in the fridge, and we'll be right back after we've got 24 to 48 hours of nice marinating done. Alrighty, guys, so it has been 48 hours, and we are now going to take our marinated fish that is so teeming with flavor, and we're going to start putting it in our crock pot. So our crock pot is actually empty right now. So we'll just start taking these fish, just dropping them down into the crock pot. One by one. Now you may be able to get a lot more catfish in your actual crock pot depending on the size. Right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be at least 10 here. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 12 pieces of catfish will be in here marinating and cooking to a delicious flavor here, guys. So let's bring it up a little bit here. Let me show you the catfish there. So as you can see, the catfish is in the bowl there. So the next thing you want to do now is you want to take some water, and you basically want to cover the catfish, okay? Because in the crock pot, basically, it's going to use the water to make this guy up. So what we're going to do now is take us some water, and we're going to cover our fish with the water here. So just, oops, making a splash there. I'm making waves. Alrighty. So as you can see here, our catfish is covered. Now what you want to do is you want to take your three fish cubes and drop them in your pot there. So drop those in there real quick. There's one. And guys, I was kind of amazed that they had things called fish cubes, fish bouillon cubes, but it makes sense if you want to make like a fish stock or something like that. you'd actually want to have cubes like this, because the beef cubes and the chicken cubes make the stocks for chicken and beef, and obviously the ones for fish make the ones for fish. So you are going to take all these guys off and just drop them in. I drop them in at different points, fronts, two sides, and that should be plenty for it right there. Now guys, here's the hard part. You simply take the cover, you cover it up, and you set it to one of two settings. You can set it to high for 6 hours, or you can set it for low for anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. So I got a little bit of time to burn here, so I'm going to go ahead and set it on low, and we're going to cook it for about 8 to 10 hours here. And when she is all magically teeming with flavor, we'll be right back with you guys. Hey, sit down back there in the audience. We're not done. We're real going, baby. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys. The kitty cat has been getting warm for 12 hours. I went ahead and set it on warm. It is all warm, juicy, and ready to be eaten. What? Man, y'all so nasty. Y'all freaks out there in the audience, man. Y'all straight freaks. Anyway. Here we go, guys. What you see on top is all the flavors that were actually infused into the catfish when you marinated it for 24 to 48 hours. They just kind of lift to the top and actually make the broth that you're seeing with you right now that make the soup. So, doesn't that just look delicious, guys? Yum, yum, yum. So let's go ahead and transfer this to a plate real quick. Alrighty, guys. So what I've done is I got me just a regular old soup spoon. And that's because I want to get some of this, some of the juice to go along with it. So let me just pull it out just to show you what the catfish looks like. Look at that, guys. And I mean, it is tender to the bone. So we're just going to take our catfish here, and we're going to transfer it to our bowl. And you want to make sure that you get some of those juices. Those lovely, lovely catfish juices. I'm going to get another piece in here. That piece of the tail there. I mean, as you put it in the bowl, guys, it's falling off the bone. Literally falling off the bone. And this is a soup, so what you want to do is you want to cover your fish with your soup. Alrighty, guys, so once you got it in your bowl here, you want to take some basil leaves, and just kind of garnish it with basil. And then you'll finish it off with a lovely piece of bread. And this would be your piece of bread, whichever bread that you actually prefer. But anytime that you eat fish, whether it's filleted or not, I've always made a note of eating some bread, because if you catch a bone or something like that, you can always get that bone to pass with some bread there. So definitely, guys, here it is. Kitty cat soup. I hope you guys enjoy. Oh man, y'all too good. Y'all too good. Thank you. This is absolutely delicious, guys. It's a lovely meal for the wintertime. It's now fall here in Oklahoma, so this is something I'm probably going to be eating a lot of, soups and things of that nature to kind of keep warm the camper here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This smells absolutely amazing. Usually I have a larger portion of this, so I'll be eating this and then probably some more later. But definitely appreciate everybody coming to the show today, everyone in the audience. Thank you. All you guys out there in the YouTube world, appreciate you stopping by for crock-grilling with Camo. And till the next time, guys, we'll see you on the next episode of Crock-grilling with Camo, baby. Let's get it!